Germany has a lot of traditions and most of them are somehow related to certain foods. So one of our fall traditions is to eat an onion cake, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's a cake with onions. It is not like a French quiche. The French quiche is made with a kind of dough that is probably related to the dough of a pie, while the onion cake that we do in Germany, which we call in German Zwiebelkuchen, is made with a yeast dough. In order to make the dough, I will start and have a little more than 2 cups of flour, and I will add a little bit of milk. It's 250 milliliters. No, it's 125 milliliters, and that is about half a cup. I also need some butter. I have 50 grams of warm butter here, and now I will add 1 teaspoon of dry yeast. I will add a little bit of salt, but I will wait a little bit so I don't kill the yeast. And now I will prepare it for kneading. And I will knead it just a little bit. And now I add some salt to the dough. Next I will knead it for 5 minutes on a fast speed. So my dough looks very nice now. It is very soft and it's mixed very even. And of course, like all yeast doughs, this has to rise now. I will cover it with a tea towel and put it aside. In the meantime, I will prepare the filling for my cake. Now for the filling of the cake, I of course need some onions, and I prepared 2 onions, but I haven't cut them yet because there's something I would like to show you. I'm not really big into onion cutting and cubing and stuff like that. It involves a lot of tears for me usually. So I have this amazing tool that I want to show you. It's this one. I got it at Aldi a while ago, and I had looked at some of these at Amazon before that, and I was like, should I buy it or not? And when they had it very cheap at Aldi, I thought, let's give it a try, and I never regretted it. So it is very easy. I just put my produce in here, and it cubes it into very nice even cubes. No tears involved. Very easy. And I have it, I think, a little more than a year now. I use it a lot, and it's still very sharp. And I can also make smaller cubes with this one, which I sometimes do. I sometimes even use it for garlic. It is a very convenient way to cut onions, very fast, and it's easy to clean. So I will put a link under the video in case you want to take a look at it. It might not be the exact same one, but usually Aldi, the concept of Aldi is that they buy a large amount of brand items and then sell them cheap, but just for a very limited time. So usually the the products are only available for a week, and then the next week something else will come, so my tears start coming. Let me put this to an end, and I will add the sour cream that I have. It's 300 grams of sour cream, which should be about 10.5 ounces. I will figure it out later and write it in my blog. I will also add some salt and melted butter. Okay. I will now use 3 eggs. And I will whisk them a little bit. Now I add the onion mix. And I start mixing this all together. And my recipe also asks for some caraway seeds. We all do not like the taste of caraway, so I leave it out and I will just serve some bean aid with that onion cake. I will also add 1 tablespoon of flour and mix it in. So here's the dough, and yeah, it's grown very nicely. And now I have to roll it for my baking pan. I'll make it about the size of my baking pan. I have already prepared my baking pan, like always. Put some parchment paper into it. Check of the size, yep. I just cut around here. And I will now put this on here. And back together. Okay. Set this aside. And I use the rest of the dough for the rim. And I lay it around here, like this. And I press it on circle. Okay, now I add my onion mix. And in my last step, I will add bacon. So, and before I put this in the oven, I let this stand at a warm place again for a little bit. And then I will bake it at about 400 degrees for like 30 minutes. So look at my onion cake. It looks amazing. It actually took my oven like 15 minutes more. That's because our ovens in Germany are built differently. So sometimes I give you a time or a temperature, and it might not be absolutely accurate for the ovens that we have here in the US. So always keep that in mind when I tell you bake it for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. This time I would say maybe change the temperature to 425 degrees, and then you might be okay with 30 minutes. But check in between, make sure that this works for you.